Ajnana-timirandhasya Gyananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadanchikam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we will read from Chaitanya Charitamrita, and usually we'll sing some mantra before lecture. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda So we will discuss today importance of sadhu sangha, the association with devotees. And I take very famous verses about this topic. It's Madhya Lila, chapter 22, verse 54-55. Sadhu sangha, sarva shastrakaya, labamatra sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi ahaya. Translation. The verdict of all revealed scriptures is that by even a moment's association with a pure devotee, one can attain all success. And purport by Srila Prabhupada. According to astronomical calculations, a lava is 1/11 of a second. Yeah? It is said it's sufficient to get liberation and success. And verse 55. Tulayama levinapi nasvargam napunar bhavam bhagavat sangi sanagasya martyanat kim utashishaha. The value of moment's association with a pure devotee of the Lord cannot be compared even to the attainment of heavenly planets or liberation from matter. And what to speak of worldly benedictions in the form of material prosperity, which is for those who are meant for death. Purport. It is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 1:18-13. This verse concerns the Vedic rites and sacrifices performed by the great sages of Naimisharanya, headed by Shaunaka Rishi. The sages pointed out that association with a devotee for even less than a second is beyond comparison to 1,000 Vedic rituals and sacrifices. Elevation to heavenly planets or merging into the existence of the Supreme. And verses one more time. The verdict of all revealed scriptures is that by even a moment's association with a pure devotee, one can attain all success. The value of moment's association with a devotee of the Lord cannot be compared even to the attainment of the heavenly planets or liberation from matter, and what to speak of worldly benedictions in the form of material prosperity, which is for those who are meant for death. So, and my humble commentary on that. So, association with devotees or sadhu sangha has great power. And sadhu sangha is so powerful and important that without it, very important point, without it, it is simply impossible to gain devotion to the Lord. Just impossible. You can't. And you can't make any progress without without even a moment of association of a devotee. There is a very good and verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 5th chapter, and verse 32, also very famous verse. Naisham matis tavat urukraman grim Sprishatya nartha pagamo yad artha mahiyasam padarajo bhishekam nishkinchanam na vrinita virinita yavat. Unless they smear upon their body the dust of the lotus feet of a Vaishnava, completely freed from material contamination, persons very much inclined towards materialistic life cannot be attached to the lotus feet of the Lord, who is glorified for his uncommon activities. Only by becoming Krishna conscious and taking shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord in this way can one be freed from material contamination. So it is impossible to become a devotee without receiving the blessings and mercy of another devotee. In this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that we should smear the dust from his feet. And Acharya said there is a two meaning of dust from lotus feet of pure devotee. So it may mean, dust, physically dust, and also instructions from pure devotee. So we can take both. We can take dust and we can take instructions. Therefore, having at least a grain of intelligence, one should not leave the company of a devotee. Even a grain. Yeah, I choose this word grain. Something very small. So we should be intelligent enough not to leave association with devotees. If we're intelligent enough, sooner or later we get success in spiritual path. And if we get success in spiritual path, it means that we get success in all of our activities. Being protected by this, we know that Vaishnava described as desire tree. Vanchakalpataru bhyascha kripa sindhu bhyavacha. The devotees Vanchakalpataru, like kalpa vriksha tree. So being protected by this desire tree in the form of Vaishnava society, we may begin to take it for granted. That one is a problem. Sometimes you can see this. Devotee is always there. No, maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow. I will go. No problem. Sometimes we do this. Very interesting point. If you just think about it, even if you are neophyte devotee, but you are in good sadhu sangha, you act like serious devotee. You're chanting mantra, eating prasadam, fixed in your spiritual practice. That's the point. That is this desire tree of sadhu sangha protecting us. When we came under this desire tree, under sadhu sangha, under this protection, no matter, we may be not very powerful devotee, but we will be protected. Maya cannot touch us because we are protected. Very important point. But sometimes, yes, we take it for granted and we may lose understanding of its importance and power of this Vaishnava association. And this is a very huge mistake. And that mistake can cost us not even one, but many lives in material world. I tried to be a devotee about 30 years already, and I saw it for many times. Very good devotee, just living association with devotees. Couple of months. That's all. And he even don't understand that he is in Maya already. He think, yeah, I just begin my normal life, okay, go on. No, you are in Maya. You're going to hell now. Yeah, very rapidly, in good car maybe, but you're going to hell. That's the problem, but he doesn't understand because no protection anymore. He is not protected. Here in the Sadhu Sangha, you may do something wrong, but there will be some devotee who correct you. Sometimes softly, sometimes not so softly, sometimes hard. If a devotee neophyte, he cannot correct softly. He uses his nature for this, for correction. But still, Krishna used these devotees to correct us. But when you go out of devotional association, there's nobody to correct you, nobody to explain you that you are going to hell. You lose everything. Having closed the protection of Sadhu Sangha, we are left alone with Maya. And be sure, Maya is more powerful, no doubt. Maya, have your phone number directly. She can call you in any time. As soon as she see weakness in your heart, she will call you. Oh, it's me again. Hello. How are you?
Let's hang out.
Yeah. Let's dancing. Go. And without protection, we became very weak and blind. In our time, there is lots of scammers. They call you and they say you that I'm from your bank and so on, and they cheat you, stealing your money. I heard in Finland you also have the problem like that. So Maya calling. You're just speaking, very good person, very soft voice. After conversation, no money on your bank account. Yeah, Maya came. What's happening? Maya came. So we left alone with Maya, and having lost touch with the source of our spiritual power, with Sadhu Sangha, we become very weak and defenseless, like a child. At the same time, through Vaishnava association, we gain amazing spiritual power, actually. And when we around Vaishnavas, we are very powerful. Just imagine, is there any person who can conquer, I don't know, lust, greed, anything like that in Helsinki, except devotees? No. They conquer it by lust and so on. Therefore they're working like us, stealing, cheating, and so on, exploiting each other. But we are very weak persons, we are very small, insignificant. Maybe there is no education at all. For example, I leaving school, I don't finish at school. I go to the temple. When I was 14, I just going to the temple. Yes, after 10, 15 years, I get some university education, psychology, but still I'm, leaving school. There was nothing for me, I think, that time. And I'm pretty sure now I was right. It was good decision. So by devotee association, we gain amazing spiritual power. So we can be, we can be victorious on Maya, over Maya. I mean, in some point of view. Sadhu Sangha we can call kavacha, or shield for Maya. Sometimes devotee use this Nrisimha kavacha, this pendant, silver. They put some Nrisimha mantra inside, some ashes from yajna, and use it But Sadhu Sangha is the best kavacha. Sadhu Sangha is the best kavacha. In order to defeat a devotee, Maya first take him away from Sadhu Sangha. That's the first step. If you go away, now you are very good. Very good client. Now she can do whatever she like. You're not protected anymore. And she does this by feigning, the embers of separatism in our heart. This desire to be a very important person also. And this in devotional association, we are servants. We are not so important. We should be a servant. Resentment, insults, and so on and so on. Sometimes we can feel it in our heart. They don't cherish me anymore, these devotees. They don't love me. They don't give me respect. They neglect me. When I came to Sunday program, they neglect me. They don't say Hare Krishna to me. This Vedanta Krit doesn't even look at me. I'll go away. That's how Maya works, through the heart. Because she's always there. Unless we are pure devotees, Maya is always there. She has some place there. Maybe a small place, but she has it. Small foot. And you can't close the door completely. Because she put it there. Your desire for fame, for be cherished, and so on and so on. And she wait. She waiting when you became relaxed. And when you became relaxed. So even a neophyte, protected by society of devotees, and even a neophyte, thanks to Sadhu Sangha, can act as firm and steadfast as a good devotee. Of course, not a pure devotee, but you can say strong devotee. He can preach, sing, and so on. He's strong because he is protected. The devotees are very merciful, and this is shown by the fact that they are always ready to help us in progress. Even the neophyte devotees want to help us in our spiritual progress, but by his own means. Not always good means from Vaishnava etiquette point of view, but still, he want to help you. Once Srila Prabhupada had some program, there was deity installation, initiation yajna. I think it was in San Francisco. And devotee mess up everything. They built altar little bit bigger than they need for deity. So on the spot they should, remake it. And Prabhupada just sit and waiting. And there should be a yajna, but they cut all the banana for yajna. They think that banana is for salad, so they cut all banana. Prabhupada was angry, actually. He sit there, and there was lots of TV news, reporters and so on. Prabhupada think it will be very great, preaching effort, but devotee mess up everything. So Prabhupada sit, and he was angry. And near to him, one hippie sit, his beard, all long hair, and all this dirty dress. He was completely new. He was japa beads, around his neck, and he sitting there and chanting Hare Krishna. And so he looked at Srila Prabhupada and said, "Hey, dude, what's wrong? Just chant Hare Krishna." He don't understand all this Vaishnava etiquette that this is Srila Prabhupada, Hey, just chant Hare Krishna, why are you so angry? Prabhupada look at him. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Very good advice, He helped me. So devotees are very merciful. They always try to help us in our spiritual progress. They are always ready to protect us. Nobody in this world ready to protect you. Nobody. Only devotee. They have this feeling in their hearts, I should protect him, I should, help him. Nobody. Yeah, policemen get, salary for this. And sometimes they, tend to not to see what happened with you. If it's too hard for them, to deal with. But devotee came to you. Even if you don't know about Krishna, devotee will came to you with the books and trying to help you. Take this book. You're a demon. Like that. Sometimes devotees show even more mercy and compassion than Lord himself. When Gauranga Mahaprabhu went on his first preaching mission to South India, he, at the request of devotee in Jagannath Puri, took Krishna Das, Kala Krishna Das, with him. However, during the trip, Kala Krishna Das left Mahaprabhu because he was seduced by a woman from some gypsy tribe. Mahaprabhu saved him. He grabbed his own, his hair and, just take it away from these gypsies, but still he saved him. And when they come back to Jagannath Puri, in the presence of all devotees, Mahaprabhu rejected Kala Krishna Das. He left my company, Mahaprabhu said, to associate with Bhattacharis. That's how they named these gypsies. But I rescued him from their company and brought him here. So, as the Lord Chaitanya, do his part, rescued him. Now that I have brought him here, I am asking him to leave. Now he can go whatever he likes. To gypsies, to Bhattataris, whatever he likes, go away. For I am no longer responsible for him. I just don't want to see him. Hearing the Lord reject him, Kala Krishnadasa began to cry. However, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not caring for him, immediately left a room to take his noon lunch. It seems that Lord Chaitanya just forget about him on the spot, You may go whatever you like. You may do whatever you like. Go wherever you like. Yeah. You don't exist for me anymore. And go for dinner, for lunch. Very harsh, actually. So misfortune of a devotee who has been rejected by the Lord himself cannot be imagined, no doubt. But let us think about another point, another thing. What should all surrounding devotees do in this situation? Should they also reject Kala Krishna Das because Lord rejected him? What should they do? If Mahaprabhu publicly renounced Kala Krishna Das, should they have rejected him also? But Vaishnava behaved in a very amazing way. After this, the other devotees, headed by Nityananda Prabhu, Jagadananda, Mukunda, and Damodara, began to consider a certain plan. We can see that very important devotees starting to think how to save this Kala Krishna Das. Nityananda Prabhu, Jagadananda, Mukunda, very close associates of Lord Chaitanya. The Lord's 4 devotees considered, we want a person to go to Bengal just to inform Sachimata about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's arrival at Jagannath Puri. After hearing news of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's arrival, devotees like Advaita and Shivasa will certainly come to see him. Let us therefore send Krishna Dasa to Bengal. Saying this, they kept Krishna Dasa engaged in the service of the Lord and gave him assurance. Yeah, Lord Chaitanya doesn't want to see you, no problem, go to Bengal. Then Advaita Acharya will be very happy to see you. Shachimata will be very happy to see you. And you will describe so many pastimes of Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri in South India to them. and you will be happy. And you will continue your service. Commenting on these texts, Srila Prabhupada writes, even if the Supreme Lord has turned away from someone, the devotees do not reject such a person. Okay. Very good news. Actually, very good news. So maybe for me there is no. Maybe for me it's better. First they came to devotees, and only after devotees came to the Lord, because I'm not so pure. Even if the Supreme Lord had turned away from someone, the devotees do not reject such a person. In other words, the Lord's devoted servants are more merciful than He is. Acharya. So this story of Kala Krishnadas shows us that devotees of Lord even more merciful than Lord Himself. And sometimes it seems that they are more powerful than Lord Himself. This story of Kala Krishnadas perfectly illustrates the power of Sadhu Sangha, the power that Sadhu Sangha can protect us. Even when Lord rejects us, Sadhu Sangha can protect us. Very important message, we can say. There is another story in Chaitanya Charitamrita, story of Prataparudra Maharaja. Another side of Sadhu Sangha, we can say. Another point of view on Sadhu Sangha, power of Sadhu Sangha. The story of Prataparudra illustrates how, thanks to Sadhu Sangha, anyone can receive the mercy of the Lord. Even if you are not fit for it, you can receive mercy of the Lord by devotees, by Sadhu Sangha. King Prataparudra was sincere devotee of the Lord, but he could not receive mercy of Lord Chaitanya in any way. He tried so many ways, but Lord Chaitanya always rejected him. Gauranga Mahaprabhu just refused to meet him. Once, Sarabhaum Bhattacharya asked the Lord to meet the king. Prataparudra was king of Puri. However, Mahaprabhu expressed a reluctance to do so. As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this proposal, he immediately covered his ears with his hand and said, "My dear Sarabhauma, why are you requesting such an undesirable thing from me?" In Bengal, it said, "Karne hasta, diya Prabhu smare Narayana." Lord Chaitanya just covered his ears with hand and said, "Narayana, Narayana, Narayana, Narayana." Sometimes children do like that. When you say something unpleasant to them, they I don't hear you. So Lord Chaitanya just don't want to hear about this Prataparudra. Since I am the renounced order, it is dangerous for me to meet a king as to meet a woman. To meet either would be just like drinking poison. Bhattacharya objected that Prataparudra was great devotee of Jagannath. He is not just a king, he is a great devotee. But even this did not convince the Lord. Actually, Bhattacharya said that Maharaja Prataparudra was Jagannatha Uttama Bhakta, pure devotee of Lord Jagannath. And even after this, Lord Chaitanya wasn't convinced. No matter. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, although it is correct that the king is a great devotee, he is still to be considered a venomous snake. Huh? Similarly, even though a woman be made of wood, one become agitated simply by touching her forms. Yeah, maybe he is devotee, but he is a king. Therefore, it's very dangerous for me. I will not see him. I will not meet him. Just as one is immediately frightened upon seeing a live serpent or even the form of a serpent, one endeavoring for self-realization should similarly fear of a materialistic person and a woman. Indeed, he should not even glance at their bodily features. So I even don't want to see this Prataparudra. Not to speak about meeting with him. I even don't want to see him. That even see him is dangerous for me. Other words. Very strong. But Acharya, if you continue to speak like this, you will never see me here again. Therefore, you should never let such a request come from your mouth. After receiving such rebuke from Mahaprabhu, it's like a slash. Don't even, say his name again. I don't even want to see him. Never. Very harsh word, actually. But Acharya was very afraid after this. No, Lord Chaitanya may go from Jagannath Puri and we never see him again. He returned home and began to think about what to do next. And note, very important point, very important thing. But Acharya, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, has not lost his desire to arrange the meeting. He does understand that it should be some tricky, scheme for this. But he doesn't lost his desire. Yeah, that's the real preacher. You don't want my books? No problem. I will give you prasadam. You don't want prasadam? You will hear Hare Krishna. I will chanting, under your window. You will get Krishna. Very important point. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya has not lost his desire. I'm definitely do this for Prataparudra. After some time, Ramananda Rai came to Puri and told the Lord how King Prataparudra had helped him to fulfill the Lord's instructions. When Lord Chaitanya came to South India, he met them, Ramananda Rai, and told to Ramananda Rai, you should left your work and came to me to Jagannath Puri, and we just discuss all the topics about bhakti. So Ramananda Rai came to Maharaj Prataparudra, his boss, and as soon as he said, Lord Chaitanya, give me this order to go away, but we will read it. Ramananda Rai said, when I submitted this proposal, the king immediately became very pleased upon hearing your name. Indeed, he instantly rose from his throne and embraced me. As soon as Prataparudra heard the name of Lord Chaitanya, he stood up from his throne and embraced Ramananda Rai. My dear Lord, Ramananda Rai continued, as soon as the king heard your holy name, he was immediately overwhelmed by great ecstatic love. Catching my hand, he displayed all the symptoms of love. He's trembling, there was tears on his eyes, smiling, When you feel the man who is in love, you can't be mistaken. It's very obvious. So King Prataparudra exhibit all these symptoms of love to Ramananda Rai. As soon as he heard my petition, he immediately granted me a pension without reduction. So it means that, you doesn't working anymore for me, but you get salary. The dream for all devotees. Just be in the temple, chanting, eating, dancing, and salary every month. Just, dropping on your card. Thank you for service to the Lord from your boss, like that. Thus the king granted me a full salary as a pension and requested me to engage without anxiety in the service of your lotus feet. So Prataparudra told him, I will, do whatever you need. Just go and serve. Then Maharaja Prataparudra very humbly said, I am most fallen and abominable, and I am unfit to receive an interview with the Lord. One's life is successful if one engages in his service. The king then said, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, the son of Maharaja Nanda. He is very merciful, and I hope that in a future birth he will allow me an interview. He was very humble, actually. He's a very great devotee, this Prataparudra. And Ramananda Rai said, My Lord, I don't think that there is even a fraction of Maharaja Prataparudra's love and ecstasy in me. So Maharaj Prataparudra is much more devoted to you than me, Ramananda Rai said. And when the Lord heard this, his heart softened. Samacharya said that Ramananda Rai and Ramon Bhattacharya have discussion before meeting, and this was the part of the plan, this very clever plan of Sarabham Bhattacharya, how to engage this meeting, how to arrange this meeting with Lord Chaitanya and Maharaj Prataparudra. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, My dear Ramananda Raya, you are the foremost of all the devotees of Krishna. Therefore, whoever loves you is certainly a very fortunate person. Because the king has shown so much love for you, Lord Krishna will certainly accept him. And in the commentary, Prabhupada wrote this, that everyone understands that Lord Chaitanya already changed his mind. And when Sarabhamas hear it, he also understands, Lord Chaitanya will see Maharaj Prataparudra. We just should continue without plan. So Sarabhama devised a clever plan according to which King Prataparudra would be able to see the Lord. On the day of the car festival, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will dance before the deity in great ecstatic love. You should read this chapter, Ecstatic Dance of Lord Chaitanya, to understand what ecstatic dance means. Wow, it's amazing. So many groups of kirtans, And there was a Bengali devotee. There was lots of devotees of Jagannath and Krishna in Jagannath Puri, but they was amazing to see how Bengali devotee can do, Just imagine, there was several groups of kirtan, and they singing in unison. Wow, it was brilliant, And Lord Chaitanya was here and there, and in some point of Radha Yatra, Maharaj Prataparudra saw that Lord Chaitanya in every group of kirtan, dancing there and singing there. So it's great, Leela, we can say. So on the day of Radha Yatra, Lord Chaitanya will be in great ecstatic love. On that Radha Yatra festival day, after dancing before the Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will enter the Gundicha garden, and that time you should go there alone without your royal dress. That was the plan. So Maharaj Prataparudra understands already that Lord Chaitanya ready to accept it, because he says so. Lord Krishna will accept you. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enters the Gundicha garden, you should also go there and read the 5 chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam about Lord Krishna's dancing with the gopis. In this way, you can catch hold of the lotus feet, of the Lord's lotus feet. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be in a mood of ecstatic love without external consciousness. At that time, as you recite those chapters from Srimad Bhagavatam, he will embrace you, knowing you to be a pure Vaishnava. The Lord has already changed his mind due to Ramananda Rai's descriptions of your pure love for him. Just because he is pleased, Ramananda Rai, Lord Chaitanya accepted. But day before, he said, there is no distinction between this Prataparudra and snake. But hearing that Prataparudra served Ramananda Rai, Lord Chaitanya changed his mind. One more thing. Just one thing. Amazing. Maharaj Prataparudra took the Bhattacharya's advice and firmly decided to follow his instructions. Thus he felt transcendental happiness. So after Rathayatra ended and Mahaprabhu retired in the Gundicha garden, Prataparudra began to fulfill this transcendental plan. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was resting in ecstatic love, Maharaja Prataparudra entered the garden. Following Sarabhaum Bhattacharya's instructions, the king has given up his royal dress. He now entered the garden in the dress of Vaishnava. Maharaja Prataparudra was so humble that with the folded hands, he first took permission from all the devotees. I think it was take some time. But he was very firm. Very, his mind was very steady. No, I should receive the mercy. And he came to all the devotees. Then, with great courage, he fell down and touched the lotus feet of the Lord. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lay on the raised platform with his eyes closed in ecstatic love and emotion, the king was very expertly beginning to massage his legs. It's very pleasant after, when you walk for distant dancing, it's very pleasant to have feet massage. Once we was on Rathayatra, I think it was 95, and Govinda Maharaj was there. He led the Rathayatra, and after Rathayatra, I do massage. I make massage, also massaged his feet, and he teach me. We should massage also these parts. It's very important. And there is only one rule, he said. Like a dough. That's the perfect massage. Just squeeze it like a dough. Yeah, dough. Yeah, okay, like a dough. So I think it will take about hour and a half, something like that. I was in ecstasy, actually. So here, Maharaj Prataparudra catch the feet of Lord Chaitanya and began to massage his legs. The king began to recite a verse about the Rasa Lila from Srimad Bhagavatam. He recited the chapter beginning with the words Jayati Te Dhikam. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard these verses, he was pleased beyond limits. And he said again and again, go on reciting. In Bengali, bara bara. When you're in Mayapur Mandal Parikrama, and Brahmachari distribute prasadam, bara. Еще, more. But now they know Russian also. Еще? More? Кидает сразу. Somehow they understand that we are from Russia. Maybe because of nose, I don't know how. But somehow. So Lord Chaitanya heard these verses and say, go on reciting. As soon as the king recited the verse beginning with the word Tabakatham Ritam, the Lord arose in ecstatic love and embraced him. Upon hearing the verse recited by the king, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you have given to me invaluable gems, but I have nothing to give you in return. Therefore, I am simply embracing you. After saying this, Lord Chaitanya began to recite the same verse again and again. Both the king and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were trembling, and tears were flowing from their eyes. Tabakathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhir iditam kalamasapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grinanti Yebhurida Jana. My Lord, the nectar of your words and the descriptions of your activities are the life and soul of those who are always aggrieved in this material world. These narrations are transmitted by exalted personalities and they eradicate all sinful reactions. Whoever hears these narrations attain all good fortune. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Those who spread the message of Godhead are certainly the most magnificent welfare workers. After reciting this verse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately embraced the king and cried, "You are the most magnificent. You are the most magnificent." At this point, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not know who the king was. I think Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj made this tradition. They in Vrindavan during Kartika they also sing this Tabakatham this chapter, these verses after Damodarashtaka. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy was aroused because of king's previous service. Therefore, without even asking who he was, the Lord immediately bestowed his mercy upon him. How powerful is the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu! Without even inquiring about the king, the Lord made everything successful. So this is another story of power of sadhu sangha. If you have this association with devotees, serve to devotees, then you will get mercy of Krishna. But if you try to serve Krishna personally, great doubt. Maybe Krishna even will not hear you. Because he has lots of another devotees also. But if you serve to devotees, then Krishna accepts you with no doubt. Hare Krishna. Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
So what happens if we reverse the situation and pure devotee rejects his disciple? How Krishna reacts? It happens with Prabhupada, it happens with Srila Bhaktisiddhanta.
There was one story, I heard it recently, story about, this story was narrated by Siddhartha, one of the disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Yasis and some other brahmacharis came to one city in India for preaching. And in the evening, they came to the temple, going to sleep after the milk, as usual. But in the middle of the night, some angry crowd came to the temple. They catch one brahmachari with woman from this city. So brahmachari walk away from the temple and find some woman, and they, commit sin. So they, these local people catch this brahmachari and they come to the temple, and they was very angry. So Sridhar Maharaj, he was there and he pacified situation. He told to the people, please come in the morning. Now everyone should, be peaceful. Too much angry, some mistake can be made. So please came in the morning. Yeah, they go away. Immediately they send this brahmachari away from the city. Immediately. And in the morning when people came, they somehow solved the situation. Sridhar Maharaj told them, not only brahmachari seduced this woman, but this woman also was with brahmachari. It was on both sides also. It was her sin also. So somehow they, fixed the situation. But then they returned to Bhaktan Saraswati, all these devotees, brahmachari, and Bhaktan Saraswati reject this brahmachari. I don't want to see him anymore. No, let him go. I rejected him. He saying this. It's very, very sad, with very sad face, you know. And then Saraswati, he saw very, how to say, also very sad faces of rest of the devotees. Uh, said him, yes, I must reject him, but you must give him protection. So, just take him and transmit him to some another temple. That's just, he should be a devotee. But I reject him. You should accept him. And he gave this example. Yes, Lord Chaitanya can reject someone, but Lord Nityananda never. Like Jagai Madhai. Lord Nityananda never reject anyone. I don't know if that somehow respond to your question, but I mean, we always have some hope. There is a great book, Second Chance. It's they made it from lectures of Prabhupada. Yeah, I love it. There was saying in one of this lecture, Prabhupada said, there is always second chance. Yeah, Krishna may reject you, but then he sends someone else to help you. I think like that. We shouldn't reject the Lord. That's the point.
Just have one comment regarding the sadhusanga. So we have Vani, we have Vapu, right? Physical service and association, and we have instructions. So once Srila Bhaktisiddhanta was asked what we can do we don't have in our place, some remote place, the rural part of India, we don't have any devotees, Vaishnavas there, so he said we still can have association by reading the scripture and the words of the spiritual master. So we are very fortunate that we have Srila Prabhupada books. So even if devotees live in some, in Lapland with reindeers, there's no temple. And, but we have also association through WhatsApp with America. America. So now we, because of the progress of technology also, we can hear, we can listen to Prabhupada books, we can read Prabhupada books, we can read from printed books, we can read from tablets, telephones, and so on. So, but this is as good in such circumstances as physical association. On the other hand, we have big association of, for example, Indians here, and they have physical association, but do they really? That the question is. So in many cases, the litmus test, to check if somebody has really association of devotees is whether he becomes devotee himself. Because when we have this, Hindu community, many of them love to associate with devotees, but they don't become devotees of Krishna. They are just pious and they have good, they feel good with devotees.
They don't open the heart for this association.
They don't become devotees of Krishna. They continue their ways of worshipping demigods and so on. So this is another side that it's more subtle just to have physical association or not. It has to be willed.
I'm from Big Yatra. I'm from St. Petersburg. It's a city about 6 million people there, and Yatra is big. So we have about maybe 200 devotees, during Sunday program, and where there is some festival, 1,000 and 500, 2,000 devotees gathering. And in Big Yatra we have the same problem. Lots of devotees everywhere, but no association. You don't open your heart to some devotees. Therefore, I have this. I solved this problem in my, in my life. I have some devotees there with with which I'm very friendly. We are friends together. So when I saw him, yeah, please tell me what you read in Prabhupada's book. Interesting. What story you heard recently? Please share it with me. So we should, we may have devotee around us, but we should came to them and take association. That's the point. You say about Indian, they don't take association. Yeah.
Prabhuji, thank you for the lecture. How can we prevent the situation where we or someone else think that we are confident enough to survive without the things that you mentioned? That we know that there is database online. If we are traveling, we know that there's a temple and every Sunday this time, every evening this time, and we know that we have devotee friends, all the WhatsApp groups, etc. But we still don't. We kind of think that I already got it. I got it. I'm done. I'm like, I have my battery is full.
I think if you think that your battery full, that is already a sign of problem.
How to realize that and how to make others realize that?
Oh. Yeah, if you are alone, Maya may not как позволить, allow you to realize it. If you think that your battery is full, that you don't need devotee association right now, I'm okay, that means you're in problem. Because sadhu sangha is not about battery. Sadhu sangha is about rasa. We sing devotees, and they have feeling to Krishna. They have rasa in their heart.
It means that you're happy.
They love Krishna somehow. And you have some love to Krishna. And you gather together, you share this love. Oh, recently I heard wonderful name of Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam, Shutikshita. Very beautiful name. One who is taken by ears. You can't see Krishna by eyes. You can, catch him only through the ears. Very interesting name. I don't see any devotee with this name, but very interesting name. And this devotee told me, I'm also read very interesting names today or yesterday in the Srimad Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita. I relish this. And when devotee came together, they relish in rasa, taste in devotional. So it's not about strength. Strength is not so important. We're not about strength. It's about relationship with Krishna. That's the point. And you cannot have relationship with Krishna without devotees. We have Babajis. And even in our Sampradaya, there was a Babajis. What Babaji means, he sit alone in Vrindavan and chant Hare Krishna. Why he sit alone? Because he have association in his ecstasy. There, he starting to chant Hare Krishna, and he go there to Goloka Vrindavana, and there he have lots of association. For example, Shyamananda Prabhu was like that in Vrindavan. Yeah, Vardharani gave him new tilak and so on. That's the Babaji. Babaji is not one who go away from devotee. No, he is devotees always. So I mean, if you don't want to taste the love for Krishna another devotee have, that's the problem. Very big problem. It means that you don't understand what Krishna consciousness is all about. Krishna consciousness is all about sharing the love with devotees, with the Lord, even with materialists there. When we distribute books, we're sharing the love. Of course, when we just, beginners, we don't have a love. We even have it ourselves. That's the very prominent now. People hate even themselves. I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm skinny, and so on. We always can find something, for which we can hate ourselves. But Krishna consciousness is all about love. And yeah, it's very important to sharing love. Yeah.
Just to add something, because you said that we have association because we share rasa. Personally, I'm quite cautious about this because what people understand as rasa, even amongst devotees, sorrow can be all over the universe, and sometimes it can be taken in a very cheap way.
No, I mean rasa. I mean
that's okay. But what I personally think, like about sadhu sangha, what is the opportunity? I don't have rasa, so I cannot share rasa. I don't have it. I'm materialist. But the sadhu sangha gives me opportunity to serve, to do service.
So you have rasa you have taste for service.
Not necessarily, but
don't cheat me. Don't cheat me.
But I think on the platform of intelligence through vidhi, following vidhi, it also pushes one to progress. So again, if we just talk about feelings without speaking about doing just service, because nowadays service is not enough. We just want to enjoy. That's why devotees go to rather want to look for rasa, but they leave seva.
But I mean rasa just.
Yeah, rasa, I know what you mean.
It's a taste. Taste.
Yeah, just making this more like
precise. That's thank you.
The definition of what devotees have. Yeah. That's scary thing. There was this whole, 13 apasampradayas, which Shlabhakti
of course, I mean literally means taste. Taste. For example, I saw Tapodivyam Prabhu. I love him. I like this devotee. Yeah.
Amongst peers, it's easy. Yeah, it's easy. But if there are no peers, one has to act according to.
How long I know it Tapodivyam Prabhu? Maybe about 4 years. We meet first time in Yullama, it's near to Lapi in Ranta. So and I like to observe devotees. Sit and observe them. Because all devotees have some very good qualities. So Tapodivyam Prabhu is very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. Yeah. She's try to understand everything and do everything properly. Very nice quality. Because devotee is a source of good quality, so I love to observe them. Once I think that rasa is very exalted, but rasa is also in our life, because rasa is just taste. It's mean this word is translated like taste. So I have a taste to devotees. I love them, and all devotees have different taste.
No, it's not necessarily prema.
Yeah, of course. Rasa, I mean, literally meaning,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
Prabhupada has said that sadhu sangha is so important that even if it's intolerable, we should tolerate it.
Even?
If it is intolerable.
Intolerable.
So
different rasa.
So if they have some personal issues, something like this, could you share some?
Yeah, I have. When I was a brahmachari, I have a temple president, and he was very harsh to me. He called me fools, clown. Hey, clown, go there, go here. Yeah, very harsh. I don't know why. I was a brahmachari, I was a pujari there, I just do my service.
Didn't like your face, huh?
I don't know, my nose. Yeah. I don't know. But then after some years, he just get married and became more relaxed. Maybe he was just pressed by his mind. There was no internet that time. I just read the letter to senior to my temple president. And then he discussed with this temple president, and he became a little bit more softened to me. But still, I'm tolerate what to do. And try not to, be very near to this temple president. But still, I'm tolerate him. What can I do? And just continue our service. Then I became a temple president. And I never call anyone clown. Never. Sometimes I have this desire, because especially brahmacharis, it's from another planet. I never call them because of this experience, because of this experience. And then I realized maybe this temple president do some good for me. And I always try to be, soft to the devotees. There was lots of instances when devotees asked me, you shouldn't allow this devotee came to the temple. I never do this. I told them, no, everyone should have a chance. And then I go to this devotees and told him, at least don't came when there is a Sunday program. Just came in the another day, and everything will be good. And situation was solved. So I always try to be soft with devotees because of this example.
So you took it Krishna's mercy. It was instructions from
What to
Krishna.
do?
You took it and you learned it.
What can I do? We should it.
Nicely sum up.
I just, honestly, I can't imagine situation when association with devotees is untolerable. I just can't imagine this situation. Just feed them, these devotees, with prasadam, and he will be more soft, more relaxing. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hector, you said that it only takes a moment's time with a pure devotee. But then what the other way around? Is it only a moment without sadhusanga and then Maya?
Yeah, even a moment. Like Ajamil. He was a very good brahmana. He was a devotee, actually. And then he saw this prostitute, they making, the funny thing in the forest. And that's all. And this prostitute, for a moment, and this prostitute came to his mind. Yeah. And he starting to meditate on it. That's the point. There was one story, interesting story. Tamal Krishna Maharaj told this story. He was a student that time. He wasn't a devotee at that time. He was just a student, someone in Berkeley or somewhere near to New York. I don't know. And it was a very pleasant summer evening. They sit on the campus, on third floor of the campus, open windows, very soft and pleasurable weather like that, and they chatting with some friends. And then he saw some small interesting person, come across the garden. Prabhupada was very small, actually. He wasn't very tall person. Bengali usually not very tall. So he saw this person in a saffron robe, and he just walked by. Tamal Krishna Maharaj, that was first time when Tamal Krishna Maharaj saw Prabhupada. He doesn't know anything about Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada just saw him. And Prabhupada was very attractive, he said. I was just staring at him. Very unusual. And after some moments of seeing Prabhupada, there was one desire, arise in his mind. I want to become like this. One moment. I want to become like this.
Even without association.
And Krishna in the heart, okay. It will be done. Tata astu. It will be done. My wife also devotee, and I married for about 26 years. And yes, there was untolerable moments.
Too much information.
Wow. Because she's a Russian woman. Not just Russian woman, she's from Siberia. And people there are very tough. Because life there is very tough. There's everything there is about survival. Minus 35, the whole winter. In some places, minus 50 for 3 months. Yeah, you should live somehow. And people like this, they're, very tough. My wife, yeah, she's a real Russian woman. And yeah, she's very stubborn sometimes. Very. And there was in times when I just, like clap the doors, and kick these doors, because I can't kick her because she's a devotee, but doors, yes, doors, not a devotee. But then, walking for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and buy some flowers, something sweets, and go home. You shouldn't leave the problem. You should solve the problem. Because if you will try to leave the problem will go with you. You should solve the problem. And I preaching to myself in these situations. My wife is very good devotee, actually. She chanting the rounds. She's very active devotee. When we came here, she even can't sit here for one day. I want to cook. I want to cook something. I want to do something. Yeah, she's like that. Very, yeah, real Russian woman. From morning to evening, and she is very happy to do this. She's very happy to do this. So I am preaching to myself. She's a very good devotee. So, and we have fighting. Problem is not in her because she's a good devotee. And I also try to be a devotee. It's just some gunas, some Raja guna, Tama guna. Now we should fix it. Please, I'm sorry. I have something for you. Oh, you also, I'm sorry. It's very difficult for women to say I'm sorry. I don't know why. They just don't know this word. Somehow.
They are always right.
Huh? Yeah, they're always right, yeah. But and I understand this after first years of our marriage. I should say I'm sorry. Okay, no problem. I can do this. I'm sorry. Please take this flowers, sweeten or something like that. And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry." Now she told this word. Yeah, now she used this word after 26 years.
Maybe she's watching the live stream.
Ah, she's working. It's a New Year time. She making cakes, dozens of cakes every day. Making about 10, 12 cakes every day. Making, offering, giving up. Making, offering, giving up. She's very busy. No, she doesn't. And she doesn't know English.
The technical question, you mentioned that you didn't hit her because she's devotee. What if the wife is not devotee? Technical question.
I don't have this experience. In my life,
It's not about you.
No, I think it's not very good decision to beat a woman. No, it's not important. It's mean that you are less powerful than she. If she make you so angry, it's mean that you don't, that you can't deal with your anger. You should be always up. Always. It's mean that you should be more peaceful, always. More controllable, always. I am in control of my senses. And then your wife will be very faithful to you because she can do this. Women practically can't control the senses and mind. It's too agitated, too much, too restless, we can say. But if a man control it, women are very peaceful, became very peaceful. Because when her mind became when her mind became agitated, she know I can come to my husband and he will pacify me, no problem. That's what my wife do. Now I'm here. Now I'm traveling for about 2 weeks already, and we're using this Telegram, and she always send me these voice messages with some problems, all the problems that she have this day. I'm just hearing, and after 10 messages, she told me, "Please, I'm sorry for bothering you, but no. To whom else I can send these messages?" And I, give back that, okay, you're a very good person. Yeah, I have faith in you. Hey, you're the best woman in my life, like this. And she became peaceful, happy, and do whatever she like, in her woman life, like that. No. Man should be very. He should know this art of controlling senses and anger. If you beat someone who is less powerful than you, it means that your fame is go down, your reputation is go down. To beating a children or a woman, it's not very good thing. Yeah, if you beat Vaishnava, it's Vaishnava Paratha. If you beat wife, it's Jiva Paratha. Still Aparatha. Krishna doesn't like Aparatha. And you will lose your spiritual taste also. But I'm fortunate enough, I have a devotee life, a devotee wife. Yeah, that's Krishna's mercy for me. The last one, yeah.
Yeah, the last one. Had a lot of comments, but I'll ask the question. It was in the end of the chapter. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj, he's saying that who hears and who recites this chapter, he takes the good fortune. Mm-hmm. What is this good fortune?
Yeah, to become a devotee. That's the goodest fortune, we can say. The best thing. I'm astrologer. So sometimes I meet with very wealthy person, very, very wealthy people in Russia. And they all are very unsatisfied. In Russia, we have a saying, if you don't have a money, you have only one problem. You don't have a money. If you have a money, you have lots of problems. Russian anecdotes is very interesting. Like a Bengali also. Prabhupada also was lots of. So if you became a devotee, then you became happy. You will have something. You will have money. You will have place to live. You will have everything, and also you will have Krishna. That's the highest good fortune, yeah, I can say. When I was a temple president, it was very hard service. But now I think it was one of the best part of my life. Because I have this opportunity to solve problems for Krishna and for spiritual master, for my GBC. And when GBC came, he told me, wow, we have a 3-story building temple there in our city. And when I became a temple president, I was alone living in the temple every night in new corner. And after 6 months, we have about 15 or 20 brahmacharis, distribute books and so on. And then GBC came and he said, oh, wow. And I was very happy that I have this opportunity to please my GBC, and my GBC was my spiritual master. It's so happened. Now I was very pleased. I remember I can't sleep that night He told me, yeah, I'm very, very glad. I'm very pleased. Wow. Oh. And after this time, I have a personal number of my spiritual master. And I can call him anytime. Yeah, the direct, connection. Yeah, I think it worth. Okay. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.